In this lesson, the learning objectives are define organic semiconductors and differentiate them from inorganic semiconductors based on their core materials. Explain the fundamental principle behind how organic materials can exhibit semiconducting behavior. Categorize the different types of organic semiconductors based on their molecular structure and provide example of each. Describe the typical application where organic semiconductors are currently utilized or show significant potential. And lastly, analyze the key advantage that make organic semiconductors a preferred choice over inorganic semiconductors in specific technological contexts. Semiconductors is a material that has electrical conductivity between that of a conductor like copper and insulator like glass. Semiconductors are the foundation of modern electronics, enabling transistor, diodes, and integrated circuits. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is semiconductor? Simplify put in a material that sits in between a good conductor of electricity, like the copper wires in our homes, and a material that doesn't conduct electricity well at all, like glass. The really interesting thing about semiconductors is that we can actually control how we conduct electricity. We can change their conductivity by tweaking things like their temperature, shining light on them, or adding tiny amount of other elements. A process like doping this a unique ability to control conductivity is what makes semiconductors so incredibly important. They are the fundamental building blocks of almost all electronic devices we use every day, from the transistor in our computers to the LEDs in our lights. The two main classes are inorganic and organic. Inorganic semiconductors composed of non-carbon base of materials, example, silicon, germanium, gallium, and arsenide. Dominant in traditional electronics due to their high performance as well as established manufacturing processes. Inorganic semiconductors composed of carbon-based molecule or polymers, example, small molecule like pentacene and rubin, and polymers like poly, and polyferrine, emerging class with unique advantage which explore further. Semiconductors can be broadly categorized into two main types, inorganic and organic. The more traditional and widely used organic semiconductors, these are made from materials they don't really primarily contain carbon. Familiar examples include silicon, which in the workshop of the computer industry, as well as germanium and gallium arsenide, used in specialized applications. On the other hand, we have organic semiconductors. They are made of carbon-based molecule or long chain of molecule called polymers. While still relatively new class compared to their inorganic counterparts, organic semiconductors are generating a lot of excitement due to their unique properties. Featured in organic semiconductors and organic semiconductors. The first one is the composition, meaning the other one is non-carbon based and the other one is carbon-based molecule polymers. The next one is charge transport, crystalline lattice, high mobility, and another one is hopping between molecules with lower mobility. The next one is processing, high temperature vacuum-based solution, and the other one is solution-based low temperature. The next one is mechanical properties, rigid, brittle, and flexible, and lightweight. and cost potential is a high initial investment, and that one is potential lower cost of large area application. In application, high performance electronic microprocessor. Another one is flexible display, solar cells in sensors, and bioelectronics. Let's take a closer look at the key difference between organic and inorganic semiconductors. In terms of their fundamental makeup, inorganic semiconductors rely on highly ordered crystalline and structure for efficient charge. This allows for high charge carrier mobility, meaning electrons or holes can move through the materials very quickly. However, their processing often requires high temperature and vacuum conditions. Consequently, they tend to be rigid and brittle. Organic semiconductors, in contrast, transport charge through a hopping mechanism between individual molecule or polymer chains, which generally result in a lower charge mobility compared to their inorganic semiconductors. However, a significant advantage is that they can be processed using solution-based technique at lower temperature, potentially leading to a lower manufacturing cost, especially to a large area application. Furthermore, there are inherent molecular in nature, often makes them flexible and lightweight, opening up possibilities for entirely new types of electronic devices. Molecular orbitals. Organic molecules have a specific energy level called molecular orbitals. Highest occupied molecular orbital or HOMO, and the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital LUMO, analogous to valence and conduction bands in organic semiconductors. Excitation. When the light or electric field is applied, electrons can be excited from the HOMO to the LUMO, creating mobile charge carriers or electrons and holes. Charge hooping. In organic materials, charge transport typically occurs through a hopping process where electrons or holes jump from one molecule to a neighboring molecule. Factors affecting conductivity. Molecular packing, energy level aligned between the molecules, and purity to materials significantly influence conductivity. And now, so how do organic semiconductors actually conduct electricity? Unlike the band structure in organic crystal, organic molecules have discrete energy levels called molecular orbitals. The highest occupied molecule or orbital or HOMO is similar to the valence band, and the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital or LUMO is similar to the conduction band. When we apply energy, for instance by shining light or applying electric field, electrons can be excited from the HOMO to the LUMO, creating mobile charge carriers, both electrons and passively charged holes. The movement of this charge through the material is typically not smooth flow as in organic semiconductors. It happens through the process called hopping, where an electron or a hole jump from organic molecule is neighboring hole. The efficiency of this hopping and therefore the overall conductivity of the material is heavily influenced by how well the molecules are arranged, how their energy level align, how pure the material is. The first one is small molecules, well-defined molecular structure, often deposited by vacuum sublimation. The second one is the conjugated polymers, long chains of repeating units with alternating single and double bond, allowing for deloculated electrons. Dendrimers and oligomers, branch or short chain molecules with specific functionalities. And the last is hybrid materials, combination of organic and organic components to achieve desired properties. The world of organic semiconductors is quite diverse, encompassing various types of materials. One important class is small molecules. These have well-defined structure. They are often deposited as a film using technique called vacuum sublimation. Example include molecules like medicine and ruby. Another significant class is conjugated polymers. They are long chain of repeating unit linked together with alternating single, and double bonds allow electrons to move along the chain. Common examples include P3HT and polyfluorines. We also have dendrimers and oligomers, which are branch or shorter chain molecules designed for specific purposes. Finally, researchers are also exploring hybrid materials that combine organic and inorganic components to try harness the best of both worlds. Organic light-emitting diodes, OLEDs, used in display for smartphone, TVs, and lighting due to their vibrant colors, thinness, and flexibility. In organic photovoltaics, flexible and potential low-cost solar cells. Organic field effect transistor using flexible display sensor and low-cost electronics. Organic sensors for detecting gases and pressure, temperature, and biomolecular, often with high sensitivity and flexibility. In bioelectronics, interfacing with biological systems for medical diagnosis and therapies due to their biocompatibility and flexibility. In wearable electronics, enable flexibility and conformable electronic devices integrate into clothing or worn in on the body. The unique properties of organic semiconductors are paving the way for the wide range for exciting application. You are likely already familiar with organic light-emitting diodes or OLEDs, which are used in many high-end smartphone and television display as well as for energy-efficient lighting. Their ability to produce vibrant color and the fabricated and flexible substrates in a major advantage. Organic photovoltaics or OPVs offer a potential for low-cost and flexible solar energy harvesting. Organic field effect transistors are finding application in flexible display, various types of sensor, and low-cost electronic circuits. Organic semiconductors are also showing their promise in the field of sensor, capable of detecting everything from gases to biological molecules with high sensitivity. Furthermore, their biocompatibility and flexibility make them attractive for bioelectronics, where they can interface biological systems for medical applications. Finally, organic semiconductors are key enabler for growing field or wearable electronics, allowing for the creation of devices that can be seamlessly integrated into clothing or worn on our bodies.